Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to Newcastle International Airport for something of a impromptu bonus live stream, all entirely driven by the visit of the NATO A330 200 multi-role tanker transport inbound from Kaunas, Lithuania. Hope I've said that right, probably haven't. Scheduled I think to come in around 2:30, but latest flight radar timings point to around 13:43, so at that rate of knots we should get to see it arrive before the Emirates aircraft in front of you departs, and you never know, we might catch the departure too. It's a possibility, very distinct possibility. Let's get me on. Oops. I've got the Mark cam back this afternoon, if you can bear it folks. It's just nicer to be able to say hi in person. And talking about saying hi in person, before we dive into the show proper, I've just seen a super green stripe across the top of the screen. Ross McNeil, welcome to Plain Sailing Aviation. I'm Mark, and indeed anyone else watching the show who doesn't know who I am, that'd be me. Anyway, as is customary at Plain Sailing Aviation, all good things get celebrated. So let's see if the fireworks work for Ross. Now I can see them, but I can't hear them. So there may be a tactical adjustment to make. And there we go. There was a tactical adjustment to make. They were library quality fireworks initially. Anyway, main thing is we're all fixed up. Let's do some hellos anyway, as we are thoroughly impromptu. Oh cripes, can't keep up with my micro chat screen. Right, Jonathan McD, good afternoon Jonathan, and Chigwell's finest is in the house in the shape of Keith Cornell. How you doing Keith Cornell? Deborah Speller, good afternoon. Shropshire's sunniest is here. Well, we ain't going to be matching any of that. I mean, as you know, I like to find the clouds. I'm a bit of a cloud chaser. Hobbies and interests, seeing if I can get rained on. Anyway, I think there's a decent chance of a shower this afternoon. We were talking about it a short while before going live. I've got, and you'll hear Sean's voice on commentary no doubt at different points, a fellow YouTuber, friend of Plain Sailing Aviation, Sean Ray.
Hello everyone, I'm not going to be mic'd up today because I've got a little bit of a cold, but it's nice to see you all on the stream. But I'll be popping in and out like Mark said.
And don't forget, visit his site, drop him a sub.
Thank you very much Mark, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Right, let's just jump back into the hellos. So Deborah was where we were last. Michelle Johnson, good afternoon Michelle Johnson. How are you doing? Hope all is good. Let's just get myself back in the zone. Rab H, good afternoon Rab H. Rab H, 5,000 miles under his belt and 2024 is nowhere near done. Where can he take it? I don't know. Is 6,000 on Rab? Have you done a projection of where you might get? Who knows? I'm impressed anyway. Yorkshire Biker, good afternoon my friend. Hope you're well. Alibi 58, how you doing my friend? Hope all is good. There's like the faintest of drizzle feeling I keep getting. I've had the coat on and off a couple of times. I'm kind of wondering whether my glasses are attracting it, so we'll see. Back to the chat. Ian Finlay, hello. The A330 just passing Amsterdam. So that is our star plane. That is why we're here. The 777 departure will be a total bonus to all of this. In fact, the real total bonus is if we get the 330 departing too. Let's see. It would be quite good actually if we had a bit of a hefty shower just before it came in. While I was setting up, and usually as regulars will know I miss these opportunities, the 777 came in, I filmed it, and the spray off the shower that had tipped down 5 minutes before was absolutely, it looked good to me, naked eye and on the viewfinder. So we'll get that one put into a short video and shared with members on a members first basis. While I think about it, members, remember today, midnight today UK time, is the closing deadline, if you want to call it that, on the members poll to choose the next away location where we'll point our resources towards. Your channel, your say and all that. And emojis, we've refreshed the emoji deck to reflect some of the specifics of today's show. We have a new emoji, a one-off emoji probably, because we don't get it very often, but we've got a NATO A330 tanker emoji. Although I don't think the tanker appears in the emoji. I don't think there's enough space. All good. Where was I? Carl Johnston, hello to you, my friend. Hope you are off today, but either which way, doing well. HGC, hello HGC. I'm getting confused with what day of the week it is. It's often been said I don't know what day of the week it is. It really feels like it. Can't remember the last time we streamed on a Tuesday off the top of my head. Well, you know what they say, something different every day. Scottish Linda, how are you doing, Scottish Linda? Wave from me too. Thanks Alibi. Kaunas, I'm assuming we're talking about my Kaunas or whatever. Yeah, it's a good thing it's not a bus ride. I want to go to Kaunas. Is that on your route? Probably not. Thanks mate. Gary Fleming, hello to you. And zooming on down. Sorry, Big G, missed mum landing from Alicante. I did film a second aircraft after the 777. I'm trying to remember if that was a Jet 2, whether it was the Alicante one. I was only semi-engaged with that. I was just curious about whether there was enough spray to sort of build a compilation of spray shots, and truthfully there wasn't. So I think the Emirates triple pretty much blasted all the water off the deck. So still, it was worth trying. And I see Terry the artist is in the house. I've just jumped out of sequence slightly, but I want to say particular thanks to Terry the artist, who's very kindly given some photographs for the Facebook page A Tweak, which they'll be published later today. They are snaps from the Sunday show at Edinburgh, so hopefully folks will enjoy that. Right, where did I get to? Where did I get to? Screen won't stay still. Always does it at the beginning of a show. Right, I think, oh no, it's come back to shape, good. Foxy B, good afternoon Foxy B. Hope Tuesday's going well for you. And similarly, Simon E, good afternoon. Driving on further down before this thing starts zapping around again like the new ball at a one-day cricket match in moist conditions. Stephen Marchant. How you doing, Stephen Marchant? What's happening with you these days? Working at the minute? Stream on silent. Mrs. PSA would probably say you've got it at optimal settings if you've got the stream on silent. True that. How you doing, my friend? Are you off to Tenerife soon? I always feel that you should be going every month. I know it's not quite every month, but this time of year as well. I got it in my head you were going in October, but I am forgetful. Where are we? Mohawk, Scotland. Hello, Mohawk, Scotland. And let's go a bit further down. Michelle has got sandwich wrapped up for later and cuppa on the go. I think the first departure action is around 1. I'll have to recheck flight radar. And I think the first inbound is probably 5 minutes before that. I'll do a proper check in a minute. Just like to make sure we've got the show open properly. Oh, very good, Alibi 58. The Raspberry Vodka last night. That is your own personal still of Raspberry Vodka, is it not? Excellent. Has it lived up to the billing? That's the main thing. Let's have a look what Rab H is up to here. Well, thanks HTC and Mohawk Scotland, Rab H amongst others, just showcasing the NATO 330 emoji. I couldn't quite get the NATO badge to jump out enough, but I suppose I can tweak that another day. Another day, another dollar. So let's have a look. Rab was saying, if I don't beat my 6,223 mile record, you will kick your own butt. As long as you can stay fit and well, and the weather doesn't deal you an unplayable hand, I like those odds, Rab, definitely. We probably should say that Rab has to do a forfeit of some sort if he doesn't beat his record from this position. Discuss. Justine Hewitt. Hello, Justine. Oh, hang on a minute. Something fantastic has just turned the screen green, so I'm going slightly out of sequence, so I apologise. I like to get these things on so I can do the fireworks before they blow up. So let's have a look. Simon E, very kindly, thank you Simon, so much appreciated. And you know what we get, go straight on content, has gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Let's see if I can get them on the screen. Neil Wiley, Philip Laurie, Kevin Gulbrison, John Fisher and Stuart. Deborah Speller says YouTube not sending notifications. You think it's the wetware? What is wetware? It's not a software term, is it? Well, I'm so far behind the curve. Simon E, let's do your fireworks, my friend. So back to the chat. Zooming on down. Ooh, cottage pie for tea, Justine Hewitt. That sounds very agreeable. Alibi's got ads. I hope I've... Has anyone else got ads? No one should have ads. I never select in-roll ads because the pants. I hope that's not a glitchy thing. I always deselect. So Terry the Artist, yeah, good afternoon. Cricket, England, Australia. Actually, I just realised I better start paying attention to the far horizon. It would be awfully embarrassing if the inbound aircraft gets in and I don't see it. Les Donaldson. How goes it, Les? Am I right in thinking that Falkirk gave it a great go at the weekend? Guessing you went. Oh, ads indeed. Well, if YouTube's dealing us a curve with ads, I never select ads. I haven't really got the means to deselect it remotely either, not without firing up the laptop. I'll kind of a quick butcher's actually, because I don't like it. So just give me a minute. I think we'll have a quick delve. RCC, how you doing, Rob? Heathrow Live. Good afternoon to you, lurking and working. Jay, you got a show on later? I think last time I asked this, I probably shot myself in the foot, but are you up live later? So Carl Johnston is at NSEC, Cramlington Hospital this afternoon. Tina York. Did we say Happy Tuesday? I'm not sure if we do we? It's kind of... So, it's a day to tick off really, isn't it? You didn't want to wish your life away, but yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll say Happy Tuesday. Life's too short not to be happy, isn't it really? Right, I'm just going to fire up my laptop, so do bear with me while I have a quick look-see. I do apologise for the excessive rustling. but at least it's not a bar of chocolate. Not on this occasion anyway. Trouble with this thing, the battery's pretty much shot, so it's almost like a disposable laptop unless you bring the charger pack with it, which I didn't this afternoon because something's on finals, so I might have to work at pace. That'd be a change of pace, wouldn't it, for me? Come on, talk to me, baby. Connected to the internet. I am connected. Surely I'm connected. Let's just rotate the camera. Look at Mark multitasking like this. Doing stuff with his laptop. I'll just take the camera off, ready for the landing. Let's get Ish ready. I think I'll get you enough of the landing to avoid a telescope. Inbound aircraft, a KLM service, wet leased by Eastern Airways, wet leased by KLM for this service, an Embraer 190 long range. If we go there for that. Monetization. No, you shouldn't be getting any adverts, folks, so if you are, YouTube is playing me false. So I'm just going to put the camera there for a minute while I power the laptop back down. Put it back in its box, which is a black bin bag. On account, there's a good possibility that things could get wet. Anyway, I do apologise for being a bit semi-detached there. Good afternoon to anybody that's just joined the show. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Mark, your host till about 3:15 today. Next arrival is a Chewy 737 MAX 8, 5 years of age, inbound from Alicante. Having departed 2 hours 42 minutes ago. That's going to be our next arrival. That one, to be precise. So gentle plug as well while I'm live on air. We will be back at Newcastle on Friday. So we'll have the thumbnail out later on today for that. The Chewy Livy does not smile, does it, like the smiley dolphin of KLM? Still not cut the bushes. I did wonder when I came whether we'd be lucky. It is that time of year, but September's a bit too early, it seems. So, for those who don't know Newcastle, direction of travel here, it's runway 25 in operation. Planes arriving in over the North Sea. Seaton Sluice is the point of making landfall. Keep wanting to say arriving in from over the Firth of Forth, but of course I'm 120 odd miles south of that one. Seems so long since we were back at Newcastle. Right, let's rest there for the minute. Jump back to the chat. Yeah, so where were we? Tina confirming it is indeed Happy Tuesday. It is it Euro Millions or something tonight? I've not done it for a bit, and I was reflecting on the way down the A1 whether, you know, as Clint Eastwood would say, do I feel lucky? Generally with such matters, not so much, but I do love the idea of winning big and having a big hurrah with plain sailing aviation with a private jet lease and around the world in 80 days kind of thing. You've got to dream, haven't you? Ooh, Les Donaldson, that's an interesting one. You'd think they would have turned up on Sunday. 2 US Army Special Force Chinooks at Edinburgh last week. There's quite a lot of military stuff going on in the North Sea today. In fact, if you've got flight radar open, you might be able to see some of that. I did wonder if we were going to get a cheeky touch and go off a RAF A330M Atlas that was, I think, acting as a bait over the North Sea. There was lots of circles, etch-a-sketch circles being drawn out over water, but that all seems to have passed, and I've definitely not heard or seen anything coming our way, which is a bit of a shame. So let's just pan the camera a little bit. So, star of the show, on its way, our way, probably about 20 minutes away. I see, unbelievable. Les, you know, I hope you might know, you might not, I actually got Pegasus into Sunday's show by accident. I'm just looking now, they are looking like they might overfly us, probably going to pass. Well, there's so much cloud, there's no chance of them featuring, but I don't know, stalked by Pegasus. Okay, so Jay is live on Friday afternoon. Oh, we might be operating in the same sphere. We might be back to back. I'm not sure. Either which way. Happy hunting. Ooh, very nice Embraer Praetor 600 on radar, says Rab. Liking that. Just looking at it at the minute. Operated by FlexJet. Transponding away. Scheduled to go out at 2:05. So that'd be nice. Every show should have a bizjet component, shouldn't it? I think I'll have that built into the PSA constitution. We should only stream when there's certainty that we've got a bizjet. Les Donaldson, that is the A400, the one that you've just referenced there at Hexham. It was around 23,000 feet, a few miles off the coast. I thought, is it going to come through? It was very quiet here as well. It was lined up, teed up, ready for a fleeting visit. Sadly not to be. Right, so where are we? Yeah, I think Teeny Hawk's sunbed sun is probably the only sun that we're going to have left in the UK for a bit. Just feel like we've passed that autumn equinox, that it kind of has flicked the big switch, doesn't it? Never mind. Ah, Les has got some sun in Falkirk. You sure you're not watching it on the TV, Les? Is it really out there in the sky? Send it this way. I don't think I'm going to get to cut the grass again this season. That is my my wish. Yeah. Stoffel Bell, good afternoon to you, my friend. Hope you've been keeping well. Driving on. I will get to the bottom of the chat this time. Good afternoon, Alan Lee. How you doing, fella? I can hear that Pegasus overflying. Mercifully, I'm insulated by cloud. There is no chance of even a fleeting glance. Yeah, I think Yorkshire Biker, it is in that kind of crossovery bit, isn't it? It gets a bit chilly where we are in the evenings, but we kind of get round it by we've got like a little wood burning stove that tends to light that up in the evening. It kind of puts enough heat into the house. Ooh, we've got a Ryanair pushback. I think this might be the Palmer departure. It was due to go around 1:20, so it slipped its moorings a little bit. Next inbound is Jet 2 737 from Mahon, a 737-800, Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo Oscar. Jezbo, 6 years of age, just crossing the coast north of South Shields, make its loop and it will be with us in a couple of minutes. So planes coming our way. I've got a feeling, Mohawk Scotland, we've had our heating on earlier. Mrs. PSA is not one to be a hero. Not as stingy as Mr. PSA. That's what she generally says. So we should have our inbound aircraft with us momentarily, which would be nice. Oh, I'm probably catching the back end of this chat, but I think crisps in make for a nice flourish with a sandwich. Although it rather depends on the flavour, and I've probably missed all of that. So if you say, what's yours, Mark? I like Worcester sauce, yeah. Prawn cocktail, yeah, definitely. But go a long way to whack cheese and onion. Although I've not had a bag for ages. Note to self, get a bag of cheese and onion crisps. They're just not compatible with live streaming, are they, because of the rustling?
Well, crisp for us, and the fact that you get grease all over your fingers as
well. That's also true, so all your touch screens are going to be a nightmare. Yep. That might explain why I just don't do crisps these days.
I had a good experience at Heathrow when I went down there in the summer. Basically, it was that warm. I had to keep topping up with sun cream by the end of it. You should have seen the state of the camera screen. Sun cream's also. Luckily, we haven't had such a warm summer.
To be fair, Mrs. PSA's got me on some kind of low-fat crisp at home, but it's so tasteless that it kind of quells the urge to eat crisps.
Yeah.
They're like polystyrene things, wagon wheel size.
It puts you off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. But then you don't. It's not being healthy. You just want to get something else.
Well, that's the bind, isn't it? Really, definitely. Oh, Alibi, Bovril flavour crisps. No, I love Bovril. Last Bovril I had was when me and Eddie went to watch Leicester at the King Power New Year's Day this year. that was at half time. It was absolute brass monkeys, and just exactly what Bovril should do. It just radiated good feelings. Oh.
That's the only thing I look forward to with winter plane spotting is the like bringing a massive flask of coffee or hot chocolate and it just warms you right up.
Trouble is with live streaming, if you start doing too much with that, before you know it, something's happening that you don't realise. It's, you know.
Yeah, well, Newcastle's alright, but say Edinburgh, Manchester, that's hard to live stream at, I can imagine.
But even when things are going well, they're only a minute from an issue with a signal or something. So yeah, even if you know you've got loads of signal,
before, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss anything that could be. Yeah.
I think it's raining at that end now. I'm just looking up there. So let's just go to where I'm pointing. I have this notion it is now raining. In fact, you just see the way the focus wobbled there.
But yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
But luckily the winds are going that way anyway.
Yeah, we'll take that all day, every day.
I was going to say. And then you look behind you and you've got a big, guys forward there. For now. Am I the only one who gets annoyed when the metro is landed when you're filming the plane landed?
I've got to the point now where I might comment it in the commentary, but it doesn't register in the same way anymore. It's always another metro.
Yeah, no, because it seems every time a plane touches down, the metro goes back.
Do you think they're all queued up waiting?
Yeah, well, it's like I got a few comments on it because I do the early morning videos when there's hedges around here, and everyone comments on the birds. Then all you can hear in these videos of birds, it's like I can't do anything about that.
Right, inbound action then. Let's get on to the inbound. So that's 737 in Jet 2 sunny Jet 2 holiday colours. Try and grab a focus. As I say, I think it is raining a little bit at that end now, so it's probably wobbling the light a bit. So we'll just let it get in a tidge further. Right, in and out. Yeah, as long as the rain stays at runway 25 end, we'll take that. So as always, folks, please do drop us a like early in the show, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, why not give it a go? It's entirely free, and as a small channel, likes and subs go a long, long, long way. Very long, long, long way. So Ryanair pretty much at the back of the taxiway, so we'll stay with the Jet 2 while it's the nearest thing. There you go. Just realised I'm on screen, rookie error. I'm going to stay off screen now for a bit because we've got a big fish coming in. I think back to that day when I left the radar box graphic up for a Dutch Air Force A330. Some of you in the chat may remember that show. Boy, that was chastening. Yeah, chastening's the word. Glickers, hello to you, my friend. Christchurch, New Zealand, if I'm not much mistaken. Let's go further back. Oh, 61 likes already. Thank you, folks. That is really, really good. We're grooving. Robin Harrison, hello to you in Morecambe. What's the weather doing in Morecambe? Daylight today, perhaps? Yeah, I don't think Mohawk Scotland anybody's going to be making me a paper sign that says hello Mark. As far as fish go, I'm a tiddler. Happy tiddler. On the Facebook group though, some folks will know Abby Garvey got a name check message when she was snapping up at Aberdeen, and it was her birthday. And it's drizzling here now. Man, the drizzle is here. I might just have to break off and get into contingency mode. Check me out with my contingency mode. So plane lining up is a Ryanair, as discussed, off to Palma de Mallorca, 14 years of age. I'm guessing it'll be rolling straight away, so it is. It'd be quite helpful to get this up in the sky actually, and then get the wet weather stuff into a handier position. Yeah, see there's a little bit of spray kicking up there. That's interesting. I've just discovered that I failed to tape my HDMI cable. I always tape it camera end just to take the strain off the camera. So that's the sound of the tape. Amazing when you live stream, you soon find out the things that you forgot to do once you get going. You can hang your hat on it. Ooh, Scottish Linda's talking flaming hot Monster Munch. Not had any of them for a long time, but you're right, that is a good shout. Do like flaming hot anything, if I'm honest.
Nando's hot sauce.
Oh, I've not tried that. Is that a 10 out of 10 experience?
Yeah, well, my girlfriend bought me some, just thinking it was normal mayonnaise from Nando's, and turns out she turned the bottle on and she bought it, put it in the bag. I opened it up, said, that says extra hot. So I'm gradually getting through it.
Was that a pleasant discovery though?
Oh yeah, it's lovely. I do like a bit of spice
Yeah.
myself, but that's sometimes when it starts to hurt you a bit, like or when your eyes start to water.
That's happens to me. My nose starts running as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why, even when I've not got a
But
cold.
She's plain Jane. She just can't eat anything like that. So it's all me.
Just jumping back into the chat. Good afternoon, Mike Wild. So Stoffel Bell confirming next jet 2 arrivals, Faro and a Chewy from Palma de Mallorca. Thank you, my friend. Hawkeye Janu, good afternoon to you in Coatbridge. Hope you had a great weekend with the football. I think you definitely had a great weekend in terms of Celtic, unless I'm dreamt the fact that you had a decent result at the weekend. I'll leave you and Les to discuss that one. John Kenneth Williams. Good afternoon, John Kenneth Williams. Hope Tuesday has been kind to you. I'm loving the way you are multitasking, Foxy B. Doing the housework, more lurking than chatting. Have you got any music on in the background? And if so, what are you playing? Neil Jones, big wave from Mark. Tell you what, I know I said I wouldn't put the camera on, but you know me, I kind of make it up as I go along. Hi Neil. Training my brain. Something's growling overhead. What could that be? A United Airlines 777 on its way to Washington. Now, there's not even a postage stamp of blue sky, so the odds just aren't with us there. Alibi 58, I have to say, mate, those flaming chili Doritos, I mean, pretty calorific, but they are just so addictive. They're almost like the crack cocaine of savoury snack crisps. I don't know what folks think of that one. You know, you get the big bags of them. I could just smash through one of those. I used to be able to, just in one sitting. And then they had two, at the time they had 2 for £1. I'm going back quite a few years now.
I was going to say 2 for £1, but don't tempt me. I'll go down after this and get some.
Back to the football. I'm glad we're bringing the football to a good end. It took £25 million worth of subs to beat Falkirk. I think there's something for everybody in that result. Of course, the mighty Leicester City are in action tonight, visiting Walsall in the League Cup.
Walsall. Our game got suspended against
Wimbledon, yeah, the
and
waterlogged pitch. That's
yeah.
Plough Lane, isn't it?
Yeah, they can't use that. I think that's out of action for a while, so they've moved the game up here.
So back into the show. Yes, Hawkeye Danu, little outs. It's not just here, by the actual gate. Let me show you the gate. I can't show you the case in point, but it drives me bonkers. Other side of that gate is a bucket, like the sort of bucket that has tile grout in or something, and it's just full of rubbish and a empty engine oil bottle. I assume it's empty. It's one of those top-up ones, and I doubt anyone's left that. And you think, what is up with people? I mean, it's a very popular stop with taxis, and when you see engine oil drop there, I ain't saying it's taxi drivers that's doing it, but most of the cars I see parked there are taxis. So, you know, if you say cause and effect, if I was a super sleuth detective, I'd definitely be starting the initial inquiries that way. Anyway, whether it's them, somebody else, it's just not right. And here, well, listen, exactly as Hawkeye spotted, it's just winds me up. I think I have to bring another black bag, have a black bag day. So where did we get to? Good afternoon, TAC. Did I hear 217 for the A330?
No, I was saying he's crossing the C17 on his way.
Ah! I thought
it's not coming near the C17, but
as long as we get it during the run time, it'd be.
No, he's 10, 15 minutes away, so we're going to get him bang on time. See, would you capture the NATO A330 on Royal this because it says operated by Dutch.
Right, Jet 2 inbound from Faroes on final, says Stocklewell. And you know what? That's exactly the case. Great shout. So let's get the camera pointing the right way. Get me off the camera. And we're set to rock and roll. There we go. It's that dance with the blinking lights, isn't it? Got ya. Got ya. So mindful that people come and go into the show all the time. Good afternoon and welcome. If you have dropped in for the first time, I'm Mark. You're here at Newcastle International. If we already know each other, thanks for coming back. We'll definitely be back here on Friday, God willing and all that. Today's show entirely predicated around the compelling charms of a NATO A330 tanker, or multi-role transport and tanker, or tanker and transport. Get my teas back to front. It's only cups of tea that I get into the right order. Let's just wait for the plane to come out. We've got another one in straight behind it, and that will be the Chewy 737 from Palma de Mallorca. Right, let's jump back into the chat. Soylent Andy, good afternoon to you. And Akiri Cat 13 Dreamweaver. Hello, my friend. Feed the kitten. Yep, don't worry. I think we've got enough time in our pocket. I get the feeling the kitten won't wait anyway. And where are we? Hello to Finnair A350 fan, Dallas, Australia. Hey to you, my friend. Trevor Russell's in the house. Afternoon, Trev. Just in time for the inbound Chewy from Mallorca. Right, tell you what, let's get positioned for the inbound plane. weather conditions here have improved quite markedly. And I'm just looking at flight radar at the minute, as I'm sure folks are at home. Our inbound NATO A330 tanker, passenger transport, etc., is passing, well, pretty much at Chester. So small minutes out. The aircraft itself entered service with the Royal Dutch Air Force in January 2023. Those lights are driving me crackers. They drive me crazy.
Is that the focus?
Yeah.
The new Maxes are the worst.
It's easing now, but bit of a lantern there. When it was showering at that end, combination of that on the light and the aircraft's lights was just a bit too much.
I've got a bit of torque down for me. Coming on, push back on stand 11 to the week off the winter.
Stack 'em and rack 'em.
Stack them and rack them. To be honest, it could have happened in the 330 company, so it just sits right there.
I'm assuming it's going to go on the remote stand. They ain't got anywhere else they could put it, have they? Unless they put it around the back.
Yeah, it'll go stand 2.5. They've got the stairs and the high loader for it.
The only reason I say that is I'm not seeing an awful lot of anything else in view out the naked eye, unless you can see it. They don't look as...
They've bought there's a set of stairs, a big set of stairs over there, and they've also bought
right.
the high loader.
Good stuff. That's reassuring.
So yeah, it's definitely reparked, which is a bit annoying because it's right where the bush is.
Yeah. Do you think the airport would be annoyed if they were mysteriously cut overnight to a much more amenable level?
I don't think you'd think they'd notice, to be honest.
I bet they would.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not going to test that one because
No.
it sounds like it's me.
Yeah, no, I'm not definitely. I don't think any of us can do it.
Definitely not. Good afternoon, Dr. Kersey and Tony Rivers. Hello to you both.
By the way, Jack was talking. He might go and do it.
Well, now if it happens, he'll need an alibi.
Yeah.
There's a little kind of bush tree at Edinburgh on the mound, right sort of, well, I suppose if you're looking onto the runway, it'll be the right-hand end of the mound. And it just looks like it wants a good trimming.
Down and the tax.
Yeah.
Factory comes up. Yeah.
It's almost screaming out for a bit of a tidy. But I'm always joking on stream. No, my luck, it's somehow protected for some reason. It's like some sort of old oak that's been regrown under.
Say, someone come along with a pair of clippers and get done for it. Why is it those two Atlas aircraft are in Carlisle, you know?
Sorry?
But there's two Atlas aircraft in Carlisle.
At the minute?
Yeah, that one that was just over there, they're now both doing.
Because Les Donaldson was saying in the chat that at least one of them was at Hexham about 25 minutes ago.
He's gone no level down the valley then. Big lot of money for Carlisle. It's good.
So, not that long to wait now for our inbound tanker, our A330-200 MRTT, multi-role tanker transport.
You'd be able to see him if the cloud base was a bit higher.
Looking forward to seeing this baby.
The Voyager and the Amiri, you could see him on a clear day coming round. Because they're huge. That's the only thing for the special video at the end of the year. And I wasn't here for the 767 or the A340.
The A340 was an afternoon. Corridon on the move. I'm assuming this is a straight return to Dalaman. I'll do due research in a second. Nicely turned round.
Yeah, it is off the dial now.
I'm thinking we're looking good for an on-time departure from the Emirates 777 as well. Feel the vibes are good.
Yeah, good. That's what we need.
Well,
Especially
feeling the
on this
vibes and
stream.
getting the result are two different things.
Yeah, I was going to say this one's on time. Everything else is leaving on time, so.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say anything yet, but we have actually got clear sky over there.
Is this true? I'll have to have a look because I'm disbelieving Sean. It doesn't feel that day.
He's going to test us
Yeah.
in the clouds there.
There's two little portholes of blue sky. Sort of
Like
microlite size.
All we need now is a military jet to buzz the runway and then we're set.
Back in the chat, good afternoon to Mark Pride. How you doing, Mucker? I think we'll wait here for the corridor. Just about there. So the inbound A330, Dutch Air Force operated as it is one of 8 in the tanker force. So another sort of European NATO collaboration. Let's just test my memory now. Who's in that consortium? Let's have a think. Royal Dutch Air Force, the German Air Force, the Belgium, might be the Royal Belgium Air Force, Luxembourg, Czech Republic, and one more. Norway. How can I forget Norway? Yeah, absolutely. So they're the nations involved.
We get a lot of Norwegian C-130s.
And the inbound Dutch Royal Air Force aircraft. In fact, I'm going to go to record mode now as well, folks, so do bear with me. I'm just going to take graphics off. Let's sit back and enjoy the inbound A330. Ah, she blows. Okay, what do you reckon, folks? I would say hit, miss, or maybe, but I think it's a hit. As we get back to the leisure industry travel, personified by Corridon Airlines on the way out to Dalaman. I lost that one entirely there. I would say I got dazzled, but I didn't. Probably heard Sean there saying that we think that Embraer Praetor 600 is on the move, and it surely is. Great shout, Sean. It's all happening. And of course the 777 hasn't gone yet.
Not just yet.
Now, there's my bizjet of the day anyway. Get lucky with the old Euro Millions tonight. That's the kind of living I want. Checking out some of the emoji action as well for that A320. Alibi 58, Les Donaldson, Rab H, Gary Fleming, DB Bassman. Good afternoon, DB. Hope all is good. Mark Pride, Yorkshire Biker, HGC, Michelle Johnson, Ash Watts, hello to you, my friend. Yorkshire Biker, I think I've said. Yep. Keep driving on down. Yeah, Ash Watts, that's great timing. I do think you're one of these people that just have a habit of being in the right place at the right time when it comes to military stuff. In fact, tell you what, that's moving away from us. Let's get back to this baby. Where have you been all my life? Well, in Eindhoven by the look of it, because that's where it's based. Ian Child, hello to you. In Bulgaria, excellent. I'm guessing you are on holiday in Bulgaria, or there for business. I'm sure you don't live in Bulgaria, but I could be wrong. Memory's not what it is. Anyway, Ian, I hope all is good. We're kind of hoping, this is due to go out around 4:30. We won't be here for that. I've promised Mrs. PSA I'll be somewhere else. And as I've kind of left her holding the fort quite a bit with our very energetic granddaughter this afternoon, I don't really want to over egg me pudding. Well, I do, but you know what I mean. You're more likely to be wearing me pudding. Plus, they're making Rice Krispie cakes, and I do like Rice Krispie cakes, so... Are you staying for the departure?
Yeah,
Well, so Sean Ray, if you've got your notification for Sean, at some point you're going to see the departure on his upload anyway, so... all is good.
Yeah, it depends on the rain.
No, you've committed to everybody now.
I was going to say no. I was planning on staying here.
I've been watching to see how it goes with the old rain radar. It looks like we've got a Jet 2 pushing back, in amongst other news. And that will be off to, well, it's an NA to NA, so we'll see. The outbound FlexJet off to Copenhagen, an Embraer Praetor 600, 3 years of age, entering service in 2021. Pretty much at the end of the runway. This is going to be a rocket ship moment, I'm pretty confident. So members, I think I left the rocket ship. I have to say these words slowly and carefully so I don't say it wrong. Rocket ship. The emoji should be in the catalogue, on the menu. You get the general idea. A bit hazy now. The sun has got its hat on. Hip hoo hip hoo hip hoo hip hooray. Oh dear. Yeah, Michelle Johnson, I don't fancy a diet of humble pie. It's not the way to go. Definitely not. If it has to be eaten, it has to be eaten, but always best avoided. I'm going to let him go. It was going to be a fool's errand chasing that. It's at 2,000 feet already and climbing. It's not quite like tracking out a heavy Jet 2 737 that slugs its way over the hedge line. So where are we now? 2 minutes past 2, which means that we are within 10-15 minutes of the departing Emirates 777. Sounds to me like, John Kenneth Williams, you're the person to call when you change your phone, because whenever I change my phone, it's like I've never seen a phone when it comes to reinstating things and trying to get it back to how you got it.
My girlfriend had that last week. She got a new phone. I think, do you know when you can just transfer things now? And
Yeah.
She had that, it was like 5 hours, and I was tasked with setting all the apps up and stuff.
Well, the last one I had, I dropped a couple of times, including up at Northumberland here. I was filming the 777 coming in. That was the first time it hit the deck. Anyway, gave up the ghost in the end, so you couldn't do enough with that one. It was just too cracked, the touchpad, to manipulate all your WhatsApp contacts across and other bits and pieces. It was just a dud.
So you've just got to kind of put out this one eventually. It's that crack. The screen is just kind of like, you can probably see the black marks on the screen.
You've got one of those things that I've got. We're just swapping notes, folks. I'm just going to go to camera again, just so it is a visual thing, isn't it? So here's my phone with its like anti-drop. Well, it can't stop you dropping it, but it will stop the screen cracking. It looks very similar to what you've got, Sean.
Yeah, the screen protector didn't work because
yeah,
too far I did drop it down.
And I guess that's the bit. If it goes face down, bump onto something hard.
Yeah, I mean the worst thing was I wasn't even drunk for that.
Oh, I'm gonna put it down before I disturb the signal off it.
I was gonna say if everything's up, hunky dory with technology, just leave it.
Always, don't poke the bear, folks. All right, so let's go back in the chat. I'm seeing lots of BizJet and up like a rocket. Let's go to the start of that. Michelle Johnson, HGC, Yorkshire Biker, Mark Pride, Les Donaldson, I think I've said HGC, Gary Fleming, good stuff. John Kenneth Williams, Newcastle on Sunday. Sorry man, the action here is just generally not that great for a live stream. I don't rule out ever doing the odd Sunday from here, but it will be a much shorter one and generally built around specific big planes of interest. What time are you going? Ooh, hang on a minute, we've got a new subscriber. Excellent. 777 CPT. Welcome aboard, my friend. Don't know if you caught my introduction earlier on. I'm Mark. Delighted to be in your company. And I guess it's just a good moment to say as well to anybody else that's yet to subscribe to the channel. It's entirely free, and then just like 777 CPT, you can jump into the chat, say hi, and what have we got going on here? Departing 737, that's what we've got going on here. Off to Dalaman.
I had some food for
be fair, John Kenneth Williams, I've not been invited to fly at 6:55 p.m. with Jet 2 to Ibiza. Sounds like it'd be rather good when you get there, though. Oh, crikey, the plane's moved. Ooh, they are. Tempted to call this a dry show now. It really wasn't looking that way, but sun is behind me. Bit more blue sky. Not really skyscrape territory, but we've got a Chewy pushing back over here, so that might be a bit closer. So let's just get me off screen. Hoping to get the 777 pushback. I usually manage to miss it. How, you might ask? I don't know. So in case you were wondering, this Chewy departure is off to Zakynthos, slated to go at 2:10, so it's pretty much on the bubble. Michelle, I think that the multi-role transport, getting tongue-tied, A330, due out around 4:30 originally, but it came in early, so I just don't know what that changes, if anything. I suspect it'll go out as slated, to be honest. Let's just have a quick look on flight radar. Good afternoon to Alan Lewis.
The Voyager, when it was fully loaded last time, left about an hour early.
And that is in the RAF, that aircraft is a Voyager, isn't it?
That one, well, it's whatever the Dutch want to call it.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, it's the same aircraft type, yeah.
It's a bit like the RAF call the Dassault Falcon 900 LX an Envoy 4, don't they?
Yeah, they have different meanings for call sign.
Because they've got a couple of extra gizmos in, perhaps.
That's all it is.
I must admit, I do like the sound of Voyager. It does trip off the tongue better.
It does sound nicer, doesn't it?
If someone said to me, what do you fancy, going off in an RAF Voyager or a Royal Dutch Air Force A330 MRTT, well, of course I'm going to say yes to either, but it's a Voyager if you say choose now.
Well, it's the title as well, isn't it? So
Yeah. Voyager, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Now I know that's not a Voyager thing, but it's that, yeah, it's that kind of ethos. Anyway, I'm pretty unlikely to be invited on either, unless I've been crated up for something. Oops, that's not happened before. White out. Van drove across the front of the shot. Okay, where to go? I'm just going to bob us on the triple for a minute because my spidey senses tell me this is where to be.
It is about to go, hopefully. I'm hoping it's all on time in March as well.
So checking out that Jet 2 Allegiant lookalike, summer holidays looky-like emojis in the chat. Rab H, Yorkshire Biker and HGC lighting up a bit of orange colour.
Now, if anyone is interested in the new Neos for Jet 2, T-side have got a contract with, do you know where Bunker is, Hanger?
Yeah.
We've got a big contract with Jet 2. So I'll be coming in there one a week, I think, or one every 10 days.
Keep thinking to myself, that is eventually going to be quite a fertile place to get some really good shots, isn't it?
Yeah.
East Midlands seem to
towards.
chuck up some good ones, don't they?
And now hopefully we're going to get more of these down there as well.
Well, that'd be cool. In fact, I'd say better than cool, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a bit nerve-wracking to Marshall one because we'd have to spin that.
So where do we get to? I never take the camera off the triple, it'll move. It just, it's
Yeah.
the way it goes.
It looks like the air bridge is still on as of yet.
It does, doesn't it? Although I've been deceived by the angle before, it's the movement I like to see.
Yeah.
And I nearly always find myself looking at something else. Attention span of a gnat, you see. Oh, what's that over there?
You've got kind of have to be, don't you? You're always looking at, might be a private jet over there, there's something over there.
So according to this, we've also got Logan Air due out to Exeter in an Embraer 145.
Got a citation inbound from Birmingham, it's just coming in final.
Oh, thank you, Sean. So I think you caught that. Inbound citation from Birmingham, and Eastern Airways are now moving, and they're going to come out the back end of this 777 in a minute as they return to Amsterdam. It's all moving along nicely. So yeah, I was looking up the departure time, wasn't I, for the Voyager? Sorry team, it says 16:35 at the minute on flight radar.
I'm just keeping an eye out because the military, unless the Swisswalk can't handle it, which they can, it's just, if they're ready they'll just refile.
Tip it round and go.
Yeah, but what I'm guessing is there's no one there to offload them or load them yet, because once the Emirates goes, everyone will move over, which still gives them 2 hours.
So yeah, 16:35 is the official line, as Sean was just describing. There is a number of scenarios that could see it go sooner, so we're just going to have to see. Let's just go back to it again. It's just an impossibly lovely sight. When you think about the paint colour, you wouldn't naturally say that, would you? But it is. So citation turning in on finals. Thank you, Les Donaldson. I just spotted your comment on that one. So let's just get everything trimmed up nicely. Our inbound Cessna 525B, citation CJ3 Plus, inbound from Birmingham, departed half an hour ago. It's a mere twinkle in the sky and it's such a small target, I'll leave it just a little bit. 6 years of age, entering operations in 2018. Registered Golf Tango Tango Charlie Kilo. Just over 1,000 feet now, so I suppose we probably should point the camera in the right direction. Definitely would be a step in the right direction. So we'll just wait there for the moment. Ooh, we're on the cusp of 100 likes as well. Thank you, Michelle. 98. 2 more. If you get to hit the like button. 100's up. HGC breaks the news. Thank you so much. And at the same time, I'm thinking good afternoon to Dopey Corp. In time for the 777 departure. I've actually filmed the A330 MRTT arrival as well, so we'll put that out as a separate clip, I think, to give folks the more compact way of actioning it. Right, here we go. You heard that? Air bridge is off the 777. So members, the plan is, if all works well, I'll get a members first clip out this evening showing you the nice spray arrival of the 777 earlier today. It was beautiful. Just taking a quick picture of that. It's probably a bit hazy, but I'll have a look at that when I get back to the ranch. Bye. Something good's happened, and it's a great friend of the channel, Michelle Johnson, has gifted 5 plain sailing aviation memberships. Michelle, God love you. Let's see who got them. Sun is now glaring on my screen. Keswick, Mirabel, Model Railway Onboard Cam, Etty Aviation and Nicholas. If any of you good people are in the show, I'm sure you'll share your appreciation with Michelle. Eastern Airways now galloping down the track with their Embraer 190 long range for the relatively short flight back to Amsterdam Schiphol. And Emirates is pushing. Here we go, here we go. That was nicely choreographed, if that's a word. Michelle, here's your fireworks. Thank you so much for your support. God love you. Right, what's happening here? Poor old Sean is full of cold. At least I know who to blame if I end up full of cold. I normally blame already.
That's why I left the in all fairness, I kept the gloves on.
Because he's usually got a cold, you see.
To be fair, I was debating not coming, but I'm not that bad. I've just got to sneeze.
I tend to take the view, to be honest, it all evens out. If you don't have stuff, you lose immunity. So there's just certain things I'd rather not have. COVID, flu.
Oh, I know. Like it's tough for me as well being asthmatic. It's not.
Oh, Nicholas is in the show as well. Excellent. Just seen the thank you to Michelle. Nicholas, good afternoon to you. And thank you, Alibi58, always keeps me straight on this one. New members, we do have a Facebook group, and the link that Alibi has popped into the chat will take you there, and I'll get you in as soon as I see your friend request, I think they call it. And if you're not a Facebook person, but you favour Ko-fi, so I'm not talking about the donation link in the chat, but the Ko-fi, we have a Ko-fi page in that place as well, which you can visit without donating money, but we post photographs up there as well, just to give people a different way of being able to share some of the photographs. It's not as interactive as Facebook, it's not really designed that way, but it's just so we can do what we can do to share content or different aspects of content. Dopey Gorp, under the pump at work. Hope that's not going to be a late one for you, mate. Of course, the clock is ticking down now till the introduction of the Emirates service at Edinburgh, 4th of November.
I've got the whole day in.
Checking Sean out. Yeah, I'll be seeing you there then.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to stand, depends on the light in the day.
I've heard it said that although obviously it is a dark o'clock arrival normally, for the inaugural flight they're coming in early.
Yeah.
So that's all good.
It's still, well, it's a 777 now. The A330's been delayed.
Yeah.
Which is...
I think that's okay, because it's going to be a 777-200, I understand.
Oh, is it now?
Well, that's the chit-chat I've been hearing on the mound. I've not stood that up anywhere. I think it might have appeared in our chat as well.
I might have a quick look when I get home. Because we have a look on the seat map when you book.
Because we occasionally get the 200 here, don't we? It's been a while since we've had one, but...
I think it was a couple of months ago we had it. I think it was 2 days in a row we had it. Both days I was at work, so I'd like to get the 200 here, so I can say I've seen it. But getting up at Edinburgh, even better.
Quickly back into the chat. DJB Planes, thank you so much for your kind comment, and thank you for watching.
There we go. The Emirates staff have all gone over to NATO now.
Excellent. So we think that, in fact, let's just pivot over. They've got the hold open, as Sean's just alluding. There you go. Bum, buddy, bum, bum, bum. What do you reckon? I love to see things in motion when it comes to the unloading and loading of planes.
Yeah, I mean, the A400s are great because there's none of those open the hole, they just open the back end and there's just there. And when we had it Teesside, we just conga chained it on. We've got 10 Dutch guys in us, just put them on the baggage trolleys. But the German crew were dead sound. They actually had 2 trainee pilots on there. And then when I went up to the cockpit to give him my number, the duty manager's number, he had a box of Haribo from Germany. He says, "Oh yeah, you have this." I said, "Oh mate, thank you."
I'm liking this guy.
And we got chit-chatting about his flying career, and he says, "Oh, I used to fly the C-160s." I think they're retired now, the C-160s.
I don't know.
But
I know that this guy sounds absolutely spot on.
It was really nice, and then because I'm in the spotters page down there as well, a couple of them posted photos, and I was just having a scroll through the page, and he goes, "Oh, is that me?" I says, "Yeah, that's it." Well, it's not taken by me. And I showed him my picture I had. He says, "Oh, can you send me them?" He says, "It's nice memento and everything." I says, "Yeah, sure." He was saying it's not as nice as Guam though.
That's
He
excellent.
was in Guam 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I can't beat that here, kind of. But yeah, military, lovely guys.
We'll come straight back to the A330 in a jiff. My spidey senses tell me that R777 is going to be moving off the forecourt. I'm just going to put the camera somewhere else. It's either a bird of prey or a small drone. I think it's a bird of prey to the naked eye. I don't know if I can... Yeah. Can't get you a clean enough shot. It's 2,000 plus meters away. It just grabbed the eye. So the Emirates 777-300 wending its way back to Dubai. Good afternoon, Sam Thurlaway. NATO plane is due to go around 4:30, Sam. 4:35. I'm stood with Sean Ray and sort of talking about the potential for it to go sooner. It rather depends what's got to go off the plane, go on the plane. And I've just seen somebody else here whose timing is always excellent. Mark Bell from Newcastle Airport, unless I'm much mistaken. You know, he always turns up when stuff's happening.
Oh yeah.
Find it a reassuring sight. Dopey Gorp, I've got great news for you, mate. I've got this filmed landing with some decent spray as well, so I'm going to put that into a short clip, members first, and bob that out this evening, actually. That's the plan. Right, let's just go back to the 330 for a minute, see how they're getting on. Yorkshire Biker thinks it was a Kestrel that I had on camera at the back end of the track. I just sense, oh, there's something loitering there. I mean, I've yet to see a drone down here, most mercifully, and it kind of percentage says it's a bird of prey, but Kestrel, very nice. Thank you, Dr. Kersey, posting in the Emirates timetable. 4th of November, EDI, Dubai to EDI, 1450. I'm going to be there. I am going to be there.
So is it the shuttle? I'll have a look on thing, you know, actually. It'd be nice if it was the 200. I mean, it'd be nice if it was the 350. I was looking forward to that, but
But you're going to get that anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to get that next. That'll be next March.
You might as well have the exceptional and then get the other one.
The 350 will be December, I think.
I mean, it's something I spotted in Airliners World this month's edition, where the Edelweiss have got their first A350. It's been painted out at the shops at Shannon, right? Lovely livery on a lovely plane. But is there not a paradox there that will represent the A340 coming out of service with Edelweiss?
Yeah. I've never actually caught a 340. Well, just in general, so it'd be nice to see one.
Well,
so what I'm hoping is that I don't think it'll happen, but I hope they send it for crew training for Edinburgh.
That would be very neat, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be neat.
But I am hearing rumours about the BA using the 350 on that route.
Really?
Just as the shuttle service, yeah, potentially next summer.
I get the feeling next summer, it's been a good summer at Edinburgh this year, hasn't it? Let's not kid ourselves.
I've only been once.
Oh man, it's been a summer I didn't want to end.
Yeah, it's been, even though I went once, we saw 330 at WestJet. You've got, next summer's going to be even bigger, supposedly.
And let me just jump back in the chat. Good afternoon, H. Dot. How you doing, H. Dot? Are you formerly known as H Dot, or am I making a new acquaintance? I've got a feeling you might have been H previously, but anyway, I hope you're doing well. And do tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm usually wrong more than I'm right, but you know, I have my moments. So where are we now? 14:27, so we're sort of into the last hour of the show. Plan was to finish around 3:15. If it looks likely the NATO aircraft, the A330, is going around 3:30, I think I can probably eat that in terms of being where I need to be next. I wouldn't shortchange it, but if it's going to be a 16:30 departure, it's kind of, I'm stuffed. But let's cross each bridge one at a time. Anyway, some GE90 music coming your way. I'll leave us long for the moment. Thank you, H. Dot. Liking the moniker anyway, very classy. It's one of the tricky things with YouTube, keeping up with handles, and often eventually you kind of, you know, the names of the people with handles and stuff, and I don't know, this old brain gets confused occasionally. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. So let's have a look at the running order for departure. Emirates triple to go first, just about inching its way into line. Loganair next to go to Exeter. Loganair having passed that milestone of 300,000 passengers served from Newcastle to onward destinations. I think they passed that milestone 2nd of September or thereabouts. And we're rolling. Boy, do I love this plane. More often than not, that will be my plane of the day. But that's my plane of the day. I lost my heart to an A330 down at Newcastle one autumn day. I'll be copywriting the lyrics later, so let's take care of the practicalities. Thank you, H. Dot. And thank you, HTC. I love the overfly when we get the 777 over us. Although I really enjoy it when they're running 07 operations and invariably blasting off from somewhere around here. The bushes obviously are making that much less fun at the minute, but when they cut the bushes,
That's what I'm saying.
it'll be fun again. At the minute it's all...
I think we should get a farmer just to come along and just level it all.
Yeah, exactly that. A drive-by levelling. Yeah, I think you're right.
Like inconspicuously get some choppers and just go along.
Let me just get back into focus with the fact that we've got a Loganair departure. That one, to be precise. A little bit hazy, so I'm not chasing too hard, too fast, too furious. I'm just going to zoom back up the chat, check I've not missed anyone. So everything's looking in good shape at the minute. We've got a Chewy departure as well, 737 to Somewheresville, which is Zakynthos. I think we were looking at that actually on the front apron for a bit. It's now moving. Oh, Ash Watts, I'll check that out later. Facebook friends, I'm a bit behind on Facebook at the minute, so if you've posted any comments that are pointing my way, I just need to catch up a little bit actually. So I look forward to seeing that, Ash. Told you, you're the man who can.
So did you do low level or I've got a video of the exact same thing walking on the stairs. There's a crew of pilots
A little bit nippy. Easy bye. So a bit of boarding action in shot at the minute. Let's just rest there for the mo. Looking at some of that emoji action for the departing Loganair, HGC, Michelle Johnson, Yorkshire Biker, Mark Pride and Rab H amongst those splashing the emoji. Next departure is going to be that Chewy 737. It's not moving fast because we've got somebody on finals, so we're going to pivot to arrival action. Let's just wait politely. So what's happening? Inbound aircraft is a Jet2 in jet2.com livery. I think we've got both Jet2 tail fins in the emoji suite today, which is handy because you tend to see both here. Anyway, this aircraft entered service with Jet2 in March 2018, so not that old really. Oh, very cool, Dr. Kersey. Airbus A380 in November to Australia. I'm going to stick my neck out and say you are pretty excited, not just to see your cousin, but I think Airbus A380 is going to be an awesome experience. I hope it is. Wow, wipeout. Some high-speed federal action. Terracing down the road in front of me.
That would be the FO. That would be my head potentially.
That would be your head leaning over, just take the picture like that. Yeah, because as they were unloading at the T-side, the captain was like, "Do you want to go in the cockpit?" I went, "Yes, please." So we just sat and had about half an hour conversation about what he used to fly. Same with the German pilot, but it's really like really close C-160.
John Ashley. Good afternoon to you, John Ashley. My pleasure to say hi. I'm Mark. Thanks for joining us here at Newcastle. Back here, of course, on Friday, ahead of Edinburgh on Sunday. So that's the way we're kind of set to rock and roll this week. So Friday's thumbnail should go out this evening, and Sunday's one in the next couple of days or so. Right, so let's go to the departing Chewy 737. Dr. Kersey, I bet you're like a child in a candy shop. I bet. I don't think I'd sleep the night before, to be honest. Mind you, I couldn't say I wouldn't sleep on the plane. A, you're going to be on the plane for a long time, and I'm notorious for sleeping most of the flights. I like the takeoff, I like the landing, and usually I've nodded off somewhere. And if I don't get a window seat, sometimes I'm asleep before the plane's gone wheels up. Yeah, what's going on here? A runway check?
That wouldn't be visible from outside.
Well, I think we also would like to see something into doing touch and go with that now as well, so we can't seem to see it.
I mean, there was that same scroll at the outside. For some reason, it didn't register me.
Screeching rubber. And back we go. Give it some welly. Christopher Cotton. Hello, Christopher Cotton, Alpha Echo. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. All the way to the west of us in Pasadena, California, USA. And this must be a good time for America. GRWW. Hello, my friend, in Dallas, Texas. This is a regular one for us here, actually. If we do Newcastle, this is where we'd stream from, generally. It probably looks different to you because of the way the hedge line is increasingly getting a bit raggedy-assed and overgrown. But it is getting towards being due. So, good afternoon as well, while I'm thinking on. Chavs, member for 11 months, one more for the full 12. Well, all cripes, plane rolling, telescope alert. Chavs, we'll do your fireworks in a jiffy. Hope you're keeping well. Now the view here is, it's great to be able to have that down the barrel perspective. Okay, let's see where our A330 is. Still there. Let's see what they're doing in the hold. Oh, telescope alert. Blinking heck. Oh, how close is that? To be fair, Les, you're probably claiming that's a telescope, aren't you? And if Dopey Gorp's in the show, he probably is too. It's a near miss. Probably should be investigated, but it is a near miss. Right, let's get ready with Chav's fireworks. Here we go. Okay, okie dokie. Yeah, Mark Pride. Close but no cigar. That is the right way of putting it, mate. It was a close shave, actually. I was feeling in... Oh, Chewy's pushed back and turned at the far side of the terminal. And we've got somebody else that's crossing the coast inbound. Another Jet 2 in .com livery, inbound from Kefalonia. Departed 3 hours, 33 minutes ago. That, I can see it at the minute, but it's twinkle, twinkle, little star kind of stuff, so there's no point in chasing that. It's coming our way. Bin day for Michelle tomorrow. We're Thursday, so if only I could remember which. Hands up in the chat who tends to look out the window and see what their neighbours are doing. Just putting that one out there. I have form for that. I think I'd seen something in the media a few months ago. They're described as bin influencers. The one who puts their bin out first and then the neighbours say, it's the blue bin, I'll put the blue one out. Or the one that catches me out is the one for the garden waste. I've got a lot better at it, but and it bugs me when I miss it because you pay 50 quid or something there in that region a year for it. So every time you don't use it, Yorkshire biker, it's not just me then, it's at least me and you. Yep. You've got a bin influencer on your road, you're cooking with gas. So, the next aircraft in after the Jet 2 is a Chewy from Skiathos, and that will be a 737 MAX 8, so 2 departures on the spin. Chewy outward, arrivals, getting my words back to front. Chewy also departing. Yeah, all right, I'll sit down. In fact, actually, is anybody in the show a bin influencer? Are you the person that basically points everybody the right way? So where are we now? 2:45. A330 doesn't look like it's moving at a pace that is going to see this go early, but who knows? Right, I can see something moving, so let's quickly have a look at the taxiing Chewy 737. Oops, getting close to... Do like a telescope risk, it would seem. GRWW, yeah, Edinburgh is, I'd say, by far the busier. Off the top of my head, Newcastle does something around 3-4 million passengers a year. I'm going to say Edinburgh is around 10 or 11, certainly comfortably more than double, maybe it's closer to triple, and has quite a lot of transatlantic action, certainly in the summer season. I think for context, top of the head stuff this, I think Newcastle is something like the UK's 13th, 12th or 13th busiest airport. Edinburgh would be somewhere around 5 or 6, I think. I kind of want to say 5th, which kind of means it's probably 6th. Lady, Leslie, forgive me, couldn't get my words out. Leslie Heseltine, good afternoon to you. and Mark. And you, oh, welcome home from Kefalonia, Uncle Barry. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. We'll just have a couple more seconds there before we get the Skiathos arrival. It's lovely when we catch people on planes that have got friends watching in the show. Yeah, welcome back, Uncle Barry. I hope you've got Leslie something nice. Good afternoon, Aviation Spotter. Welcome to Newcastle. Cursory puff of rubber. Oh, Rab's got the rain. Can't believe how well we've aced it today, although to my left it looks like there might be a rain cell up in those fluffy clouds.
That's how I found out about the voyage early, as I was sorting out moving out, I mentioned, oh, we're from Newcastle on Saturday. And Jack was the only person I really knew in the group, and he was like, I'm not expecting that in on Saturday. And I'm telling you, I thought it was coming in.
Anything else progressing? That looks a pretty empty hold to me. Of course, it's not the only hold, but oops, departing aircraft alert. Right, all lined up, ready to go. And we're rolling. Sure, those birds are putting a shift in, aren't they? Bit of an absence of bird scaring today.
I've had a couple of them on camera.
Right, another Jet 2 pushing back, so we'll stick with that for the moment as we get to the finale end of the show. Oh, I wasn't far out, was I? GRWW. Edinburgh 14.9. Well, I suppose I was really. A couple of millions are quite a big difference. Newcastle 4.8. Yeah. Basically, though, 3 times busier at Edinburgh. That bit's about right. Keith Cornell, thank you so much, mate, for watching the show. Akira Cat 13 Dreamweaver. No, we've yet to fly Jet 2. Eddie has a couple of times, I think. They seem to do well in Which surveys, Which magazine, which, for those who don't know, Which is a UK-based magazine, kind of consumer champion. So they do regular surveys. And Jet 2 Holidays and Jet 2 tend to do well in terms of package holiday reviews and actual flight experience reviews. In fact, they've recently published a survey. I was discussing this the other week at Edinburgh, and in terms of airport satisfaction various points of, you know, everything from security procedures to ease of parking and all that malarkey. Anyway, long story short, Newcastle, I think, were equal sixths with, I'd like to say, Exeter. So just outside the top 5, which is not too shabby, because I was saying up the stream at the time that my personal experiences at Newcastle are always very good. Has to be said, and I'm not saying that because it's my local airport, and H. confirming Jet 2 are very good. Yeah, they do seem to win with regularity with which magazine surveys. Hello to Kevin in North Carolina. How you doing, my friend? Let's get my mush on screen for 5. Hi Kevin, I'm Mark. Pleased to meet you. Let's just get onto our shortly to depart Jet 2. Jack McAlpine, how goes it, my friend? I thought there was something conspicuous by its absence, or their absence. It's you, are you at work at the minute? 3:30 slated for around 4:30. We were kind of speculating here whether we might get an earlier departure. I'm kind of hoping so, because I'll be out of time. I've got to be somewhere else, so we'll see. You're going to be there for 4 o'clock. I think you're nailed on, mate, unless it goes early. I think you're solid. Hope you had a good holiday. You enjoyed your posts on Facebook. I can't make my mind up, Ali, by 58. I do like the jet2.com livery, but I tend to like it on very sunny days where the fuselage really shines up, you know, the silver paint. The tail, of course, I think we've got one here, one we prepared earlier, is definitely the chirpier, definitely the one that gives a nice sunny vibe. So I don't know, I like the one I'm looking at, I guess, but I guess on point of purity, you're probably right. I think it is the sunny Jet 2 Holidays livery, which is the best. But sunny days is a bit of a leveller, for me anyway. Ah, very good, Jack McAlpine. Sounds like you've got enough stuff on your hands to keep you out of mischief. I'm probably going to miss you down here. I might catch you on the road on the way back to the motor. We'll see how it goes. I just can't stretch. If this is where we're going. If it is going 4 o'clock or later, it's just out of range for me. So next arrival, let's see if that's going to fall within the parameters of the show. Ryanair inbound from Milan. 737 MAX 8-200, brand new in July of this year. So where are we now? Back into September. It's probably lost a bit of that new plane smell, but still pretty fresh. Just breaking out over the northeast coast at South Shields. Do its little loop and in it comes. Foxy B, I hope you got all the housework done, and thank you for joining us. So, no, I think it's the best of all worlds, isn't it? You've supported us by watching the show, you got stuff done, and I think that's win-win. It really is. So, thank you so much. Hope to see you. As I was saying earlier, we're definitely going to be here Friday, definitely going to be Edinburgh on Sunday, usual times. We might tweak Fridays a little bit, haven't quite worked that one out relative to the weather, but no, we're all loaded and excited. What's the word? Stoked, I think the Australians say, our Australian friends. Stoked. Pretty stoked about this A330 actually. When I ummed and ahed about coming to do this little pop-up stream, there wasn't many ums and ahs. It was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, Foxy, you did it. Excellent. Excellent. We're a productivity tweak at Plain Sailing Aviation. Let's have me on droning in the background, and things happen. That's my story. That's the one I'm sticking to. Just zip in a bit. Actually, let me just go back onto the tail. Take a single picture of that. Just froze the screen very quickly. Rab says no Knock Hill on Sunday. What was the 50th anniversary meeting like, mate? Was it as awesome as anticipated? Do tell. So our inbound Ryanair is just about to start finals. Very good. Just got visual on it. It's just a little bit far out at the minute. Far out, man. Rab had a tailwind. So some of that 5k mileage you've clocked in has been wind assisted. Excellent. You know you've had a good day, don't you, when the action's good, the weather plays right for you, and in your case, coming home on the bike, the wind is actually propelling you home rather than in your face with driving rain. Made up for you, mate. Made up for you. It's funny, Michelle, I was wondering what cargo of the day is, you know, what are NATO busy carting about? I don't think, I mean, with the wrong side here, I don't think I've seen any passenger disembarkation. These planes can hold up to 300 passengers, I understand, if in the single class configuration, and apparently Airbus do have a mod that would allow it to go as high as 380, but I don't think that's this aircraft. So it can take 45,000 kg of additional cargo, according to the NATO website. Amazingly, it can also ride 130 stretchers, which seems awesome when you think about all the support personnel that go with a medivac. Super piece of kit. Ryanair inbound. And I know I've said it a couple of times this afternoon, folks, but if you remember and you've yet to vote in the location poll, go on, it's your membership. Where do you want us to go next? Poll closes midnight tonight UK time. Ashwatt says the NATO picnics, the likely cargo. Tell you what, I could go a NATO picnic, although that's mainly because I'm famished rather than because I've heard they're delicious. Dopey Gorp, thank you for that one. A400 heading over us. There's been a couple working the area today. I did think in the early phase of the show, let me have a quick look at flight radar, see if we can triangulate anything that we might get lucky. Ah yes, I see one from Reykjavik on its way to RAF Waddington. What's that doing? 29,000 feet. That's just going to be a straight overfly. There is a little bit of blue sky, but I just don't think there's going to be enough for what we need for that one. Our next inbound, I figure, is going to be a KLM E190 Standard from Amsterdam Schiphol. I'll keep an eye on the sky, but I just don't think there'll be any chance of scraping an A400M out of it. I think as soon as I point the camera, the gap closes, which is a shame. I can hear it as well. It's just about over me now, but below all chance of... You could probably hear it now.
Yeah, because like, say like a Ryanair Palm, which is always delayed it down at Teesside, we don't actually do 2020 instead of dates. Offside.
Never mind.
I do put it like on 2020 delayed.
Another day, it will come our way. No telescope, no Gorp. I've had some close shaves today. Been teasing with them. Got a hunch we might get lucky with this. We're loading on. What do you reckon, lads, in terms of ETA, or departure, sorry, not ETA?
Did that bus drop off, Mark?
Sorry?
Did that bus just drop off before?
I didn't clock.
I've just seen a bus go away from
I'm seeing stuff going into the hold now, you see, and
Yeah.
I'm getting all excited.
I would
What?
like to say about
what-
half past.
Flight plans went off departures now.
Sorry?
If you moved the departure time off flight radar, it's not on there anymore.
Oh right, so we might have a shot at something. Up the order.
Or 3.
Oh well, half 3 I'm going to stretch it out.
4. They've got the pallets
Half
on
4 I'm going to be home.
there. 4.
Tell you what, folks, we'll do a. We may well stick for it. I might be able to just stretch enough out of the day. 56. What are you talking about my age, Dopey Gorp?
Usually Ewan taxes because he's in the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm with you, HGC. The sound of that A400M, absolutely gorgeous. It would have been absolutely mint if it had come our way. Just check that KLM arrival isn't going to sneak in undetected, because that would be shameful, and I'll get pounded by Dopey Gorp and Les Donaldson amongst others. I think it's raining over the far side. That's not grand. I think, looking at the way the light is breaking there, I think it's rain. Just going to have a quick look on Meta and see what the... Looks to me like still a westerly.
Yeah, just probably stood it for
West-northwesterly. Gentle 5 knotter. Wind is just not a factor today. It's interesting that the sky has got much bluer over yonder. It's just like in the movies, really. Blue sky over yonder. Melody R. Good afternoon, Melody R. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Ooh. 15:25. My glasses steamed up with the excitement there.
Yeah.
I have just been advised by a very learned friend that 15:25 is the expected departure of this baby, so we're going to stay live for it. How's that? Yeah, we're going to have to do it. Right, inbound plane twinkling on the far horizon, so I better get ready for it. Come on, buzzing with that news. Jack McAlpine, if you are still in the show, mate, I got a feeling if it plays out that way, it ain't going to fall for you, man. Yeah, 15:25, Dopey Gorp. That is where we're at. The hold is actually shut up now as well, so it's looking good. Let me just quickly pivot across. There you go. All the signs are good, folks. Hold that thought.
The guy's going to get his lunch. He's going to come back.
That's what he... Oh, it's a bit like the Kit Kat pandas, isn't it? You can't be going.
No, not with the military.
Main thing is, I mean, the trouble is with parking around here, but, you know, if you're going to sit in your car, you can keep a tab on it.
I mean, to be fair, it's worth just pulling in 10 minutes. I'll do it.
I'm just going to have a quick look. When this plane lands, I'm just going to quickly check what my margins are on a couple of bits of kit. I might have to jiggle a couple of bits, but... I feel for Jack, because he's going to be here for 4 o'clock, he said.
Well, yeah, but he just texted me saying I'm just going to head home.
he's got the message, has he? Yeah, good-o.
I'll text it, yeah.
Well, that's a bonus movement, really. Looks like a little bit of a crabby tweak on there. Yeah, little one. Ye by gum. So I think what we'll do is we'll do thank yous and credits in between times, so I can do the departure, kill the feed, and stick my stuff in a box, waddle up the road, and get on to the next mission and keep everybody happy. I'm buzzing. I can feel my heart beating a little bit faster now. I thought we're going to get the departure as well.
Should we push it back any minute?
Happy days. Paul's hijinks. How you doing, Paul? Happy Tuesday afternoon, mate. Wednesday in touching distance. Hump day, as they call it. Get over the hump and you're into the easy part of the week. Hope you're doing well. Checking out some of that KLM emoji splash. Michelle Johnson, Simon E, Melody R, Rab H, Yorkshire Biker, John Kenneth Williams, and HGC. Added by 58. It's Mrs. PSA is such a sainted soul with my hobby interests. But when I said, how do you feel about me clearing off this afternoon? You'll be alright, won't you? Well, the answer was a yeah, but then you've got to kind of honour the promise, otherwise next time you're going to get, well, you didn't come back till 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you'll get that for the next 2 weeks.
So you've got to, just starting to rain a bit as well. Doesn't matter though, whether it rains, whether it doesn't, we'll go to wet weather mode. I could probably cover it under a brolly anyway. Michelle Johnson, you're right, Mrs. PSA. Well, actually, swap will for might understand. I don't want to find out because, you know me, I always want something else. There's always something else another day, and it's like, Got to see the bigger picture always. So we've got another overfly coming our way. The Edinburgh Qatar Airways to Doha departure. A familiar feature of the show is...
Possibly well, you wouldn't see it with this car, but C-17 going that way.
Right, so we've got a C-17, Sean is telling me, going in the opposite direction. Not on flight radar, of course, but nevertheless coming our way. And the blue sky bit has opened up a little bit more. It's a bit bigger than microlight size.
I know.
Ash Watts, see you next time, mate. Looking forward to checking out your shots on Facebook as well, so all good. Right, let's just pivot to our star departure. Star departure. Where are we now? 15:13. Looking good. Well, believe it or not, we've even got a rainbow. It's all happening. Chuck the rainbow in the highlights reel. I'm guessing, Rab H, the C-17 is on one of these other platforms that picks up militaries. I can't see it on flight radar, but the people who know. Oh, it is appearing now. I have got one showing just past Bishop Auckland, C-17 Globemaster 3, NA to NA, US Air Force operated. That's going to be to the west of us, so I don't expect that to make much sound for us. The Qatar 350 might show, although that little bit of blue sky I was talking about is now there, so it's probably useless to us. It's definitely raining as well at the far end of the airfield, so I think we're probably going to finish under wet conditions, is my hunch. So what we've got transponding on the deck. Plane you were looking at, and a Jet 2 Holidays departure to Bodrum that was due to go out at 10 to 3. Can't see it yet, so one to watch. Yeah, Yorkshire biker. Let's just go back to a bit of rainbow. Up above the streets and houses, rainbow climbing high. Yeah, I know, I watched it too. Or perhaps I was just passing through when my younger brother was watching it. That's the story I'm sticking to. Good afternoon, Liam. That's C-17, not a clue, my friend. It's showing NA to NA currently on flight radar. It's way too high for us, but I don't know. Just wondering at what point I start moving into rain mode. I think we might get away with it, but you never know. Keep spitting. GRWW. Always happy to oblige, my friend. Although it's coming from your way, so I think it's been diverted here, to be honest. It's not been too bad rain-wise in the last few days here, not really, but obviously headlines have rather been grabbed by Midlands and southern parts of the UK, getting biblical volumes of rain. I'm not after any of that. Yeah, I'm just going to put my coat on, team. I think it could be nip and tuck as to whether this finishes a dry show. Rainbow you've seen, far end of the airfield, you can tell it's raining. Probably isn't sensible to see if I can kick the backside out of being lucky. GRWW, 90 degrees today, wow, that is baking. Oops, I'm just going to take me off camera. See something moving. Tell you what, I'm going to do thank yous now. I'm going to put me back on camera. Don't adjust your sets, because then I can either finish quickly or whatever, but it's always nice to do credits in the right order. So we opened the show saying welcome and thank you for joining to Ross McNeil, who's taken membership of the PSA Crew Lounge. Absolutely awesome, Ross, and I really hope that you'll find it a habit that you'll want to keep. We'll try jolly well best. Simon E very generously gifted us 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Simon E. Michelle Johnson also very kindly, Mark keeping up here with the action, very kindly gifted us 5 memberships as well. So awesome support from our friends. And Chav celebrated 11 months with the channel. This Jet 2 is, where is it going? I've forgotten. I did know. Bodrum, yeah. So awesome stuff, team. Right, let's take me off camera. That will keep me there for a jiffy. We're going, folks. Get me off the screen. Get my mush off. As handsome as my mum might think I am, and I'm laughing when I say that, I ain't as handsome as this baby. See the windsocks stretching out a bit as well.
Just to get in the way of the shot.
Typical, isn't it? It's been asleep most of the afternoon. The times I've gone to the left of you trying to get around that, but of course you're losing elevation all the time, aren't you? So
yeah, so it's catch-22.
Most definitely. Anyway, this is the plane we're going to finish with. Thank you, HGC. 146 likes. Can we get anywhere near to 150 before we close out? Final call on likes, folks. Anyone that's yet to share the love, tickle the like into action. Always massively appreciated. Let's take a quick snap of that one. So I just froze you there for a minute. And no, the bushes have kind of got in the way a bit now, haven't they? Kind of ironic because there's a bit of sunshine out that way. Not where the sun is, but it definitely looks like it's where you want to be. We'll go to the departing Jet 2 in a jiff. I'm just looking at some of that emoji spamming. It looks pretty good to me. Rab confirming Barcelona looking good in the poll. So yeah, where was I going next? So just to wrap up, thanks Rab. But yeah, remember, members, you've still got the opportunity to put your vote on for where we go next, but at the minute it looks like Barcelona is out front. I'm happy to go to any of those 5 choices. You guys are great judges of location. And just to confirm what we said earlier, we will be live from Newcastle on Friday, provisionally from around 11 o'clock. This Friday, as in?
Friday evening. Voyager.
Oh, no, not evening.
No, I'm just saying there's a Voyager in on Friday evening.
There's a what, sorry?
Voyager in on Friday evening.
Ah, very good.
That's what I was just saying.
Sorry, mate. Could be back Friday evening now.
No, because you've got glass. Oh, can I just go there?
Okay, where's our Voyager gone? So yeah, Friday, usual time around 11:15. We'll put the thumbnail out this evening, and Edinburgh Sunday, usual 10 to 8 in the morning UK time. So let's check out some of this NATO emoji spamming. Michelle Johnson, Alan Lewis, Simon E, Rab H. Definitely plane of the day, isn't it? Just too gorgeous not to. 150 up, thank you Alibi 58, and everybody that is part of the merry throng that is 150. Mark Pride, Yorkshire Biker, also giving the NATO emoji some pounding. HGC says we've got the Emirates A380 overhead. Yeah, cloud cover is absolutely dire. It is raining lightly now. I think I'm going to have to put the lid on the box actually in a jiff. I think we are in changeover mode now. Am I caught up with everything? Oh right, I'm just behind the chart. So let me just get into wet weather mode. Do apologise for a bit of rustling. It's just me packing things up. No, not been too bad. Oh, we've got a plane moving. Alright, let's wait the other side for it, I think, while I continue taking things to bits. It's the first time I've tried taking a stream to bits whilst I'm still streaming. However, so far so good. So let's have a look in the chat while we wait for the 330 to come out. There we go, there we are. Good afternoon to Paul Redden. How you doing? And there we are. Showing a leg, shaking a leg. I suppose this would count as a telescope, would it not? In my defence, I was unpacking stuff, or packing stuff, but yeah, should we call it 22? Yeah, Alibi 58, telescope all ends up. I'll take that on the chin. Just trying to strip things down, ready for a espresso finish. But that's the reward.
Not like KLM,
Those were like 1 day a year that we had. There's the sun and the India. There's like no place to go.
Well folks, hope you enjoyed that. It was worth taking a telescope for the team. You're exactly right, Alibi 58, overtime and all that. It brings its own perils. Mark Pride, yeah, but you know me, it's never over till it's over. Never over till it's over. Anyway, oh, Chipaz 1990, how you doing, Sam? Perfect indeed. So if I've missed anybody, do apologise. I'm going to have to canter like the gazelle that I am on to the next. So thank you for spending the afternoon with me. Hope you've enjoyed the action. Hope to see you Friday back here at Newcastle, or Sunday at Edinburgh, or even both. Right, you've been fantastic. Take care. See you soon.